Emile and my son. My husband and I have 2 kids, our bio daughter and my husband's bio son, 13. We have shared custody 50-50ths with our son's biological mother since he was 3 years old. Our relationship with bio mom is respectful, cautiously cordial, but only because of our son. It has been strained in the past, but over the last 4-ish years we've been on decent terms. We have been on the 2-2-3 schedule for most of our son's life, and he seems to do well. If one family or the other needs a weekend with our son on their off weekend, we do our best to switch days equally to make it work. We live in the Midwest where summers are short and weekends are typically booked out for camping, being at the lake or with family/friends, which is harder when you co-parent and only have your child 50% of the time. My Emile lives nearby and sees us once or twice every couple of weeks to spend time with us and our kids or to babysit. We have had issues with Emile communicating with biomom directly in the past to spend time with DS during biomom's scheduled time. After that first time, she agreed to always ask us first. In theory, it's none of our business who our son spends time with during biomom's time, but we have had an agreement in the past with biomom that we only want Emile to ask us for time with our son during her custody time as to keep things balanced. We do this because biomom has not always been the most respectful to us in the past, and randomly holds resentment for things. In short, she isn't always stable and has tried to accuse us of taking advantage of her. We don't want her to allow Emile to spend time with our son and then turn around and hold it over our heads when we have nothing to do with Emile's request. Our son has been home during the week since school let out in June, and Emile has brought up this idea of taking our son to the nearby water park for a day to spend 1:1 time with him. She knows our weekends are hard to come by, specifically one vacation with her, but we let her know that weekdays would be the best for them to go to the water park since our son is home during the day while we work. Emile has her own business where she can set her own hours, so in theory, she could take a day off or a half day off to do this water park visit. Yesterday, Emile calls my husband to say that she called biomom and asked to see our son on Sunday for a few hours during biomom's weekend. My husband got frustrated because we have asked her before to respect us as parents and ask us for time with our son. Emile started making excuses that I panicked because the water park is closing for the season, so I bought tickets. I promised son that we would do this, and biomom didn't care. She said I could have him for a few hours because they didn't have plans. My husband tried to explain that it's more offensive because she went behind his back after we explicitly asked her not to do things like this. She is disrespecting us as parents when she had all summer to find a time that worked for us/our son and herself. The conversation ended with Emile saying she was going to cancel, and my husband agreed that would be best. She came back again this morning and tried to argue that she isn't in the wrong for asking, but stated again that she is going to cancel since my husband is clearly not happy. I am pretty certain that she won't actually cancel because she doesn't think she's in the wrong. Now my husband is feeling guilty because he doesn't want to keep his mom from seeing our son. He just wants her to respect the boundaries we have set. He and I feel he did the right thing, but it's challenging, and I was hoping to get an opinion of whether we are in the right, or if our expectation that Emile plans time with our son during our scheduled custody time is too much. Basically, is she just no? Or are we?